What is up, guys? Shade of Greatness here. Today I'm bringing you guys a new YouTube video. It should be just a pretty short video of me going over 5 pro tips that can make you a better player in Fortnite Battle Royale. I get I get questions quite a bit when I do stream every day of like, how can I be better? How do I, become a better player and stuff like that. So I figured I'd bring you guys a little short live commentary video of me just, spawning into a game and telling you guys some very tips, that you may not know, that could help your gameplay out quite a lot. These are more advanced tips. If you guys do want to see another video of me going more in depth of the tips, or just more tips in general, be sure to drop a like on the video. Comment down below what you guys think about the tips. You guys think these were helpful, if these wasn't helpful, and whatnot, if you already knew them. Some of you guys might know of these tips. These tips, aren't something you may not heard before, but I hope guys can help you out as much as possible. Well, the first tip's gonna be traps. Not, if you be aware, if you have traps in your inventory, or, always try to use the traps as much as possible. If you're going into a build fight, be aware, you could try to trap them in there, use a trap real quick, and, either kill them or do a lot of damage to them. Also, if you're going to, tilted towers, and you land on top of the, a building, be sure to, place your traps down. Don't, hold on to them. A lot of people, they just walk around, don't pay attention to traps, and you can easily get a few kills. Also, be aware of traps, not, always check every, roof and walls before you walk into a room, because I've seen a lot more people nowadays start using traps. And not only traps, be aware if you have bouncers and jump pads, try to use as much as you can, in the situations, If you get pushed, try to, use a bouncer to get out of there if you have a bouncer, or use a bouncer to get the high ground and stuff like that. Alright, number 2 being, choose the best settings for you. Don't, just because don't just because I use, what a stutter. Just because I use 8 sensitivity doesn't mean you should use 8 sensitivity. Use what's best sensitivities up for you, Every player's got, their personal preference, just because, the settings matter about the player. Every player is different, So just because I use some sensitivity doesn't mean you guys use it, Use whatever sensitivity is best for you, Don't just use 9 sensitivity because I use 9 sensitivity, Use whatever best sensitivity for you. Alright, number 3. Double shotgun. Right now in the game, double shotgun is pretty much required. If you don't use double shotgun, you're going to be at a pretty big disadvantage. Most of you guys probably already know this. It's just the way that the game is right now, with them nerfing, double pump and tactical shotguns recently. Double shotgun is pretty much required. If you don't use it, you're at a, huge disadvantage, in my opinion. Very huge disadvantage. You guys want to try to, make your loadout always have, some kind of 2 shotguns in the loadout. Either double pump, pump tac, double heavy, heavy tac. Always try to, use 2 shotguns if you have to. Number 4. Choose your fights wisely. What I mean by this is, if you got the high ground, don't just push somebody. Don't just push somebody because, you want to be an aggressive player. You can't ever be too aggressive. You can't ever be, too patient, I guess you could call it, You always want to be, aggressive in certain situations and not, not aggressive in other situations. Like, if you're in the circle and you see a guy building across and he's not in the circle, there's only 3 people left. There's no reason for you to go push him, You should just stay where you are and camp it out. If the storm's about to come in 30 seconds, you see a guy, doesn't mean you should go push him just because, you're about to be in the storm. So you probably shouldn't push him unless, you're pretty close or you have a jump pad and whatnot. Just because you see somebody doesn't mean you should always go after them, And then you never want to be, too patient because, say that you don't want to push somebody, but then they start pushing you. and then you know they trap you down because they build over you, and then you're under them, and then it could be this is a disaster situation for you because you're under them. They already got the high ground, and especially if you're not the best player, And number 5, last but not least, I know a lot of you guys probably don't do this very much. Use pyramids. Pyramids are actually very useful for a lot of different things. Number 1 being downward, stairs. If you get in a build fight, make your pyramid downward stairs so you don't have to rotate your regular stairs so you can get down fast. I use that technique quite a bit. Also, pyramids are very useful in tilted towers. You can hop through quite a few windows in tilted towers, and people, don't even know it. And you can just slide in there behind them and shoot them in the back, and they won't even know where you came from. Also, when you're building in a build fight, if somebody builds above you one ramp, build a pyramid over top of them. You'll trap them in the pyramid. I don't really use this technique a lot. I'm trying to, get better at using it more often because it's really effective. Because, you trap them in a pyramid, and you can take the high ground very easy, and then, shoot them in the back. Shoot them in the back. Shoot them. You get the high ground, you shoot them in the back, or shotgun them in the face after they break it. And whatnot. But that's just 5 quick tips for you guys. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like. Comment what you guys thought about the video overall. And subscribe if you guys are new. We're almost halfway to 500 subs. Appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me in my live streams. I hope this support continues to grow. Hopefully, we're on the road to 1K, boys. Well, besides that, it's been your boy Shade. Peace out.